All right. Once again, welcome to NTS Wisdom Television, and this is the hub of knowledge and wisdom. In this world, you need a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. My name is Andanyi Humphrey. For those who have not interacted with me before, pursuing a very conspicuous subject under the sun, because many a times things that involves knowledge and wisdom these are technical subjects. When you deal with people and you deal with situations trying to make things go right, it's a very expensive assignment. Nonetheless, you guys, you love comedy, you love music, you love dancing, you see, things that can give you happiness. Happiness is what you guys, you're chasing. You'll get it eventually. You just need to gauge, like, what is the duration of your happiness? How long are you going to be happy in that situation? And how long are you going to sustain your happiness? Because if that is not having, those two don't have answers, then you're going to be you're likely doing something that's not right. I am trying to forge where to really pick it from. I'm trying to interrogate my thinking to see how best we can put this out. But today I'll be so very specific and very brief, just addressing a very simple basic issue called familiarity. You should not and you don't need to get familiar with anything under the sun. You don't need to. Familiarity will kill you, trust you me. You don't need to get familiar even with your wife, even with your husband, even with your boyfriend, even with your girlfriend, even with your family, not even your car, not even your house, not even your resources. Anytime you get familiar with any situation, then you minimize attention to it. And these are the things that will make you now in return to face the consequence and the repercussion. Most of the challenges you guys you're facing right on your head is familiarity. Most of the mistakes you're doing because you've got familiar with the situation, with the circumstances, with the procedures. Then you forget to maintain the focus that is required in that situation. So when you get familiar with any situation, because I can assure you guys, guys have gotten familiar with the circumstances. Guys have gotten familiar with the situations. Guys have gotten familiar with their hubbies and spouses, and they eventually perish at the end of it all. So as a young intellect, because trust you me, for you to grow to another bigger height, it begins with your mindset. And for you to change your mindset, then you need to change information that comes into your mind, or rather adjust it. For you to make that a reality, then you are supposed to get some basic vital principles. And one of it is what I'm just sharing. You don't need to get familiar with anything. Treat everything as unique as they are. Treat everything as simple as they are. Treat everything as new as they are. Even if they've been there for years in your life, you have to refresh the way you see them every morning. You have to refresh. You have to think different. You have to behave differently. I mean, you guys, you are approaching your end line. The moment you were born, you signed a contract to die. So one day you'll be no more in this world. And that's why you need to spend every moment wisely. Every moment. It doesn't matter how many people have spoken to you before me. It doesn't matter how many content have you received through reading, watching, and listening. What matters, does that content change you? Are you a better person from the things you used to hear? Are you a better version of yourself? Are you seeing yourself as a better person? Are you still worse than before? You have to make decisions. You have to. So for you to increase, to make any type of change on earth, your mindset matters. It plays the biggest role in this operation. But before you do the right thinking and the right approaches, you have to get basic facts about life. And one of it, don't get familiar with the situations, with your house, with your phone, with your car, because they will eventually convert you to somebody who will not be very keen about a particular process, about a particular situation, and eventually it gonna hurt you. So don't get familiar with anything under the sun.